Alright, let's go. We get another Patreon game, everybody, and it is another ARAM, another brawl, and I have no idea what happened here. But look at the lineups that we have for the two sides. That is... I mean, that is beyond stupid. The Keg Smasher on the left side is playing Asmodan. I like to see my boy a little bit more in Heroes lately, but also in ARAM's always fun. We got Kimpa on Blaze, Syndicate pulled the Lily, Andreas on Kalthas. I hope he's going like full steel balls on the table and comes in with conviction here. And the Cook on Murky. We got the fish in the game. On the other side, though, things went really out of control, too, because we got a Valera for Numenes, Okuni on Chen, Black Angel, aka Lucy, on Malthael. We got Resto on Anduin, and Klinog is trying to put on the clinic with Li Ming. So, yeah, time will tell who's going to succeed here, but it's a little bit suspicious that Kalthas has not taken a talent yet. Ashaladore. Salami! Ah, the pizza boy over here. Every single time I see Kalthas, I think about pizza. And I mean, no matter what... Yes, there we go, my boy! The convection is in. Alrighty, let's see what we're gonna get here. I mean, we got a Murky, we got a Valera, we got an Asmodan. What more do you want? This is absolutely ideal. I like this already. Especially since, well, Asmodan, the Keg Smasher, he's lasering Lucy. First blood has been accomplished. Lucy! Didn't take him long. 1 minute mark, already dying once. So yeah, congratulations. Lucy with the first blood feed over here. Nicely done. And I gotta say that our boy Kalthas is getting a couple of stacks together. He's already sitting at 4 right now. And we'll see if he can complete the whole thing. At the same time, Asmodan with a Gluttony on level 1, trying to get some stacks together. I mean, with a bit of help from Kalthas in particular, that should be pretty easy against the minions. But in an ARAM, you have of course opponents stacking up so heavily that it's normally not a big problem for you to get the damage in. But if you're looking at that lineup, they have a really annoying setup because they got a lot of long distance poke that they can use, especially later on in the game. And as long as they are able to keep that distance, they should be in a pretty good spot. By the way, Andreas over here, our Kalthas player, he's making a mistake that you see not only in ARAMs, but also in normal Heroes of the Storm games, but especially in ARAMs. He's just YOLOing every single ability out that he has. And, I mean, disregarding that he's about to die, but if you're just moving in and you're just throwing everything out, living bombs, gravity lapses, and such, then you're never gonna have enough mana to really get your stacks together. So if you're playing a Kalthas and you're really trying to confirm the level 1 talent convection in an ARAM. Never pick that shit in a normal game, by the way. But if you're playing an ARAM, you're trying to do that, then really focus a little bit on not spamming every single ability once it's off cooldown, but try and manage your mana a little bit better so that you have an actually chance here. Now, obviously, Mana Addict is still a better talent, but if at any point you want to fun around a bit with convection, brawls are really the way to go. Level 4 talents are now also in. Li Ming already going for a little bit of an AWP setup with the level 1 for the, level 4 for the Triumvirate. Could still see Calamity. Always fun with the whack-a-mole plays in brawls, but of course here you can do a little bit more than that too. Lucy nearly dying again. Kept alive though. And Valera is still trying to find some heroes to kill. So far the red team hasn't been successful. There's 3 kills against 0, so the blue team is doing a good job. And of course, as the game continues, at least Asmodan should be able to get a lot more damage in, thanks to his stacking process. But I'm a little bit worried for Kalthas. Kalthas is not really looking like he is going to have much of an impact. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit rough. So, here we go. Murky, okay. I mean, Murky is already going for the full slime dream over here, coming in with the slime time. And Kalthas is pretty much just walking around at this point. He's looking for some kind of angle, I suppose. But again, Living Bomb, and one of the Flame Strike at least connects, but still, he's using way too many abilities. He has no mana left. He's using abilities the entire time, desperately trying to get some stacks together. He doesn't get a lot of heals from Lily. This is not really a good setup for him. And there's the kill. Already the level 7 kicking in for the red team. And by now we have on Valera the Fatal Finesse and the Wound Poison. I was about to say like the Fatal Fitness. And I was like, hey, well, a little bit of fitness will probably do you well, girl. So go for it. And on top of that, we also got the Zay's Vengeance now. So as kind of anticipated, it's an AWP build for them. So they're gonna try and throw that out. Full on AWP build. Who leads Calamity? I mean, you got a Murky on the other side, so it feels like with Calamity you would have been able to get easy kills and resets. I suppose you can get the safe damage in with the AWP build. If you play AWP build, then at least do it in an ARAM. But, well, it is what it is. Kelthas, Shalanore, Salami! And he's dead. That was kind of telegraphed. He obviously doesn't really know what he's doing. Again, YOLOing abilities out like this when you're trying to go for convection is usually not the play. But that was the first kill for the red team. So red team is able to take Kelthas down, put the stacks down to 0, and that's a good start. Now, Azmodan is still stacking quite nicely. And yeah, well, there we go. I mean, lately I believe more and more that Kelthas is actually Italian. I don't know, I think it's more about the salami than anything else. But there's like, Mamma mia, flame strike, where are my stacks? Dead again, pizza and spaghetti, but salami, I don't know. Either way, so he's the Luigi of the outfit. But the level 10 is now kicking in, and it seems like the red team is going to be able to walk away with a pretty solid advantage, at least for one level. The level 10 abilities should also help them out here. Okuni is going for the top keg place. Lucy! Come on, last rights, baby. We need the last rights in this one. First of all, if they focus, you're not even going to get anything out of the Tormented Souls, and it's all about the stacking. So, last rights all day, every day. Here we got it. Yes, let's see how much he can stack with this. And talking about stacking, we got Luigi, aka Kelthas, back to business. And he's gonna try here, supposed to finally get some together, but the first thing that happens is that Blaze is down, and Kelthas is also low, so that doesn't really look too great either. Not really good for him. Anyways, for now, no! No! Nope. Combustion, why? Oh my god. And Murky commits suicide against Valera. When it comes to ults, we of course got the Pyroblast. I mean, what else? And the March of the Murlocs. Alright. There's the shot, and... yeah, 0 value. I'm sorry. Pyroblast without value. Murky, at least, with a pretty decent March over here. So he's already annoying the shit out of the rest of the team. Lucy in particular doesn't like that at all. But he might still make his way out of the fight. And Azmodan has at least the quest completed, so he is getting some solid damage connected. And talking about damage, we'll have a little bit of a look of what's happening over here. We currently got 28,000 for Azmodan. It's not top damage in the game, it's Li Ming, but still, he's starting to chunk them down a bit. And of course, he also is able, or should be able later on in the game, to add a serious amount of siege damage if needed, and burn some of these minion waves down. But the keg smasher here, I mean, he has a couple of kegs to smash, especially when Chen is involved. Light bomb again, stun against Murky, and there's the Kelthas kill. He's never gonna stack that quest, is he? I don't see how Kelthas is ever gonna be able to get convection. I mean, first of all, as I said, he's... I don't want to be too mean, but he's pretty bad at Kelthas. And if you play at least... she went into glass cannon. The sad thing is that she's gonna get away with it, but honestly, with Azmodan on the other side, she should have some real trouble getting her hit points up. But anyways, the problem with Kelthas is really that he's just playing it completely wrong. You don't have to be a genius on the hero. If you play it safe and cautious, then it's fine, but he just completely depletes his mana pool whenever he enters the scene again, and it's just not working out at all. So I don't see him completing this quest at any point in this game. At least Lilia has a bit more heal power for them, so that's kind of nice. But let's see what Li Ming can do. Because, well, there's the moment, and again, Pyroblast, just no value. Nope. Not working out. Instead, Kelthas gets attacked again, but the Gravity Lapse connects, so good for him. I think that Li Ming is going to walk away with a huge amount of damage in the game, because as much as we have heroes on the other side that could threaten her, I don't think any of them will. But just imagine if Murky would have gone for Octograb, for example, and could have just sneak up to Li Ming. They would have gotten insta-kills over and over again. Talking about kills, Kelthas is dead again, so he's back to 0. And this is not going to change. Murky is always sneaking behind them and is trying to threaten Resto, Mario, and Ando in here too. But I really think as much fun as the March is, and once that you get your 20, I suppose, in an ARAM, you're golden. But when they are looking for, or if they're looking for kills, imagine an Octograb against the Glass Cannon Li Ming if you're having Kelthas and also Azmodan in there. I mean, Azmodan alone should be getting some good damage. And talking about damage, another kill and another stack for Malthael, as we get the third one connected. That's a 15-second cooldown reduction. Good shit for Lucy. Nice. But yeah, they're pressured hard now. As a level 16, Li Ming with the Arcane Orbit, and nobody on the blue team is even getting close to her. So she's just sitting in the back and is shitting all over them with one orb after another. The only thing that really threatens her at this point is Azmodan. If he connects a few abilities, then she might be in trouble. But for now, he's at 43,000 damage, which is solid. Has the top siege damage for his team too, but they are struggling in siege damage just in general. So there's that. Kalthor's by now on 4 deaths. Blaze is on 5. And they're trying to go for the Panda again. Another hit connects. Azmodan. And they might go for Lucy. And he's down. Kalthor's dead as well. Yeah, back to 0 stacks. And Kalthor's is at 37,000 damage, despite the fact that he is dying all the time and that he is not having an impact whatsoever with his Flame Strikes. Now, one of the reasons is obviously that Pyroblast still does some damage. He doesn't get any kills with it, but it's still damage that adds up over time. So there's that, as long as he YOLOs it out whenever the cooldown is ready. There you go. And we have, in the meantime, level 16 talents coming in for them. At least they're getting close. Azmodan, by the way, is getting closer and closer to completing the baseline too. But now he's starting to be the target of at least Valera. Yeah, Flashfire is in again. So they're coming in for that. And there's another hit. Bam. 322 stacks for Azmodan. He's gonna get his level 20. And I have no idea what Kalthor is doing. Kalthor is like, YOLO! He's going all out right now. Frontline Kalthor. Who doesn't know and appreciate it? In the meantime, we also got Fury of the Sunwell. I don't know what he wants to do with the Fission Bomb over here. I mean, again, not too horrible, but he's mixing and matching abilities now. So either you go for Flame Strike setup or you go for the Living Bombs. I would say make a choice here. Pyromaniac would at least have given him a little bit of a cooldown reduction too. But either way. If he is able to connect also Pyroblast with Li Ming, that would really help as well. But so far, I don't think he's really gotten close. So there's that. And yeah, off we go. Li Ming also, of course, doesn't have Illusionist or anything, so there's that. And in comes another hit. Azmodan is at 370 stacks. There's a kill against Blaze again. Azmodan dies too, first time. Murky is dead. Went for the usual play where he sneaks behind the team and then unleashes the March of the Murlocs. But he's going to lose the egg in just a moment. Kind of lucky that it didn't get killed before, so you should probably try to replace it before it gets taken down again. Valera is already looking hard at him. Takes the egg down, and Murky, you better run, baby. That fort is gone, and with 15 kills to 5, the red team is definitely pushing the agenda over here. Now, Kalthor is at 3 stacks. He's at 3. He's getting there slowly. But Azmodan, yeah. Azmodan is having some fun with this now on the damage output. Total Annihilation is now in. Level 20 talents on the other side. Yep. And again, no value. Yeah, Pyroblast. I'm sorry to say, but the way that he uses it is not going to help them. No, another kill. Kalthor is dead again. Goodbye, stacks. You gotta feel sorry for the boy at some point. At least they're looking to get some kills in. No way! Lucy gets out with single digits on the HP bar. That's nuts. Now they got the level 20 now. He also went into the Angel of Death over here. He's called Black Angel not for nothing. So, well, once the level 20 is ready, at least Azmodan is going to get some additional damage out now that he's completed his baseline. And they get the kill against Malthael after all. Malthael down. That's 7 kills to 16, and it's also a nice chunk of experience that they were just able to get. Kalthor is back on his way to meet up with the rest of the team. 7 deaths for him. Maybe able to get some damage in now. Try to attack the wall maybe. But look at him. He's going full out onto the front again and is on half HP before anything else happens. I mean, he's literally coming back and he's on half HP. And in the meantime, Azmodan, he gets one good hit against Li Ming. And did you see that? He nearly one-shotted her. I mean, he chunked her down hard. One orb of Annihilation is connecting, and that's that. So, I think once that we're looking at level 20, he might be able to do some serious damage here. And if Kalthor would focus a little bit more on Li Ming with a Pyroblast, then he might get some value with that too. Yeah, they're getting 1 kill. Shen is down. Resto comes through again with another trade. And now that the level 20s are in, we got the Presence of Mind. Yeah, because, you know, the entire setup worked so well that they needed to do it again. Azmodan, come on. Upgraded. Yeah! Pride is in! So, he should be able to get some serious damage out of it. That's just not doing anything. When does this guy learn? I mean, seriously.
Nope.
It's like, what are you doing here, dude? You can't just try and like one-shot people that have full HP. And why are you not going for Li Ming? Li Ming is literally sitting there with glass cannon. That's your primary target. 7 stacks and they're gone again. Lucy completes his quest, so now he's on a 15-second cooldown, 20-second cooldown. But look at this, the near kill on Li Ming. Azmodan is doing so much damage on his own already. Just imagine if we would have Kalthas with a decent setup. Yeah, go for a bit of range on your Flame Strike, try to get the stacks together, and then just allow Azmodan to help you and just one-shot her the entire time. But none of that is happening. So it's kind of crazy. It's honestly nuts. There's another kill. Lucy's just coming in with the damage right now. One last rights after another. Li Ming is expected. She's top damage. Nobody's seriously threatening her outside of Azmodan. Kalthas, for some reason, is having a lot of mercy with her, not even attacking her. So she's at 100,000. She joined the 6-digit club already. Kalthas has died 8 times, Blaze 7. And yeah, Lucio and his Malthael is starting to slowly close the gap in damage as well. And here comes Kalthas again. No, no, not that guy. They get the kill, but threaten her. She's the biggest threat, and you can one-shot that chick. At least they got the kill against Malthael this time. It was a bit of a close distance pyro, so at least some success, I suppose. And Keck to isolate Murky? I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Lily has not died yet either, by the way, so she's one of the few heroes on the... She's the only hero on the blue team that hasn't died yet. But Kalthas, he really needs to focus a little bit more on Li Ming. So they're trying for more damage, and Murky is dead again. Yeah, he murks, he dies, he murks again. And that's just time and time again the play here. But at the same time now, Kalthas gets attacked. How many stacks is he going to lose this time? He's back at 6 stacks. It's actually more than I expected. And Blaze is kind of trapped at the top. Yeah, they want to go for the body block, but that didn't work out. Yeah, another hit is coming in. Azmodan, of course, getting the damage out here. Where's Kalthas? Ah, but he's nearly dead. He's nearly dead. Can he get close enough to Li Ming to finally land one of those Pyroblasts that does something? Yeah, that didn't hit anything either. So, right now, Azmodan, he could throw another one. Yes! There we go! What? Seriously? He's just not having a good game, does he now? Against Li Ming, that doesn't work either. Not even with glass cannon. So, yep, there's the spell armor right there. Yeah, just a little bit too good, baby. So, yeah. Anduin is doing his thing. And in the meantime, there's also, again, the ult on Lily, keeping the boys alive. But yeah, Kalthas, he's definitely not having the game that he was hoping for. Another kill over here. He's at 11 stacks, though. Is that the most that he had in this entire game? It might be, honestly. Maybe he's going to get a little bit more before he dies. There's another one. Yep. And again, no. Oh, and people ask, oh, why do you not like Pyroblast? Let me think about it. Yeah, to be fair, not really the best case for Pyroblast as an ult. Anyways, now that this continues, let's have a bit of a damage look at Azmodan. He's at 108,000 now, so he joined the 6-digit club too. He's still trailing behind Li Ming, which of course doesn't come as a surprise considering how much freedom and how much space she has to make plays. They're going again for Blaze, and he is definitely going to go down. And Kalthas, how many stacks? He's at 15. Run, baby, run. You can do it. I believe in you. Not really, but just tap the fountain, bro. Tap the fountain. Let yourself get healed by Lily. Play it slow. You got a chance here. You got an opportunity. 5 stacks. It's all that you need. You can do it. Yeah, he's getting closer. Wait for the fight. Don't yell it out too hard. Keep your mana. You can do it. Chaka, I believe in you. And don't get kecked. Don't get kecked. Azmodan is chunking down Li Ming again. No! 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 Not like this! Kalthas is dead again. 16, 17 stacks lost. Azmodan is probably having an aneurysm over here. Yeah, that's not working either. He's doing what he can, but yeah. It's amazing to me that Khaldor, despite everything, is still sitting at 94,000 damage, which is 3rd highest in the game. Our boy died 9 times, so he's going for the double digits here. We have 11 kills against 21 in total, and nearly 20 minutes into the game, we're looking at level 25 coming up for the red team. But they haven't broken through the keep yet. They're getting their kills, though. And Lucy is, of course, just chunking them down with one last rights after another. I mean, if you have a cooldown reduction like that, that's just what it is. So the keep is finally gone too, and now it's only the core that's left, and that should be the end of it. Khaldor, he came, he saw, and he got shit on again. Actually, well, there we go. Yeah, double digits for him. Congratulations, nicely done. And that means that Khaldor has roughly half of the deaths of his team. Not quite, but he's close. Murky, by the way, he went on level 20 straight into the making Inky. I would have way preferred the March of the Murlocs. I mean, if you go Murlocs, then you go all the way, baby. But they are just now going down, and they're going down hard, because that's 50% on the core. We have 24 kills against 11, 20 minutes in. Azmodan, he put up a valiant fight, but this ain't happening. They can try and force this back again, but eventually this is going to be the end of it. I mean, right now, Blaze, is he going to be able to make a play here? No. Resto, again, saving Liming. Nicely done. Anduin working overtime in this game so far, making sure that nobody's dying. 150,000 heals for Anduin. Yeah, another Pyro. Guess what? That's not going to work either. Maybe the follow-up. Yes, and Murky with a fish against Malthael. The aspect of death is dying, but so is the core. It's literally down to 22% HP, and catapults are still zoning in on it. If Liming makes her way over there, then it's just game. Yeah, and unless someone pulls off a bit of a miracle, that is going to be game one way or another. So at this point, Khaldor is actually back. What's Khaldor doing? Let me see. He is at a 6-digit damage. He's at 102,000 now, so he's the 3rd one to join the 6-digit club. The next applicant is Malthael. He's also back to business, so technically until the game ends, he could try and get into the 6 digits. So that's definitely still manageable for him. Yeah, another quick hit here against Anduin. Careful. Nice follow-up damage from Azmodan. The fish and Murky with a kill. The pretty boy is down. That's an easy one. Nobody's backdooring, by the way. I think that is something that I have to appreciate the most. Nobody of the red team has at this point just said, you know what, I'm just going to sneak past. I mean, Valera should be able to finish it solo. A lot of them, actually. Yeah, they're trying to go for Malthael again. Has still his ult up, so could use it here. Liming is finally down. Is that the first death on her? I think that's the first time she died. Yeah. The only hero in the entire game that hasn't died yet is Lily. Lily is the only survivor. Oh, Pyro! No way! Woo! He got a kill! He got a kill!
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh yeah, he did it, baby. The start of a comeback, everybody. Definitely the start of the comeback. Here we go. That's the moment when Liming and Valera are both dead. Khaldor is going hard with the 3 stacks that he has now, and this is the time to really get the damage. I mean, look at this. They're taking the fort down. They're about to get it. They are going hard. Level 26. They waited 20 minutes, and then they said, okay, boys, let's play for real now. They're going for Lucy, and Khaldor's no, dead again. Unfortunate, but Murky nearly got a kill against Malthael. Wasn't meant to be, though. Yeah, come on, take it. No, please, just throw one here. Take it down. Just take it down. Just take 1 fort down for the team. Just do it for me. Do it for me, please. That's not happening. Azmodan is still chucking the damage out here. But at this point, we have 156,000 damage for Azmodan, 175,000 for Liming. 4 heroes have joined the 6-digit club. And yeah, it's time to go. 26 kills against 15. We are getting closer and closer to the 50 over here. And also, we had level 27. Level 27. Azmodan is just dunking on people the entire time. And is, of course, also chucking a huge amount of damage on Siege. But yeah, Valera finally had enough. As I already said earlier, she should be able to finish this pretty much solo. And now they're going for it. And that, ladies, is a game. as the red team locks in a convincing victory with nearly 180,000 damage on Liming. Well done, and 10 deaths on Blaze at the end of the game. GG, and well, that's it. Nicely done by the blue team.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Alright guys, so we got another one! Again, Patreon games, the top supporters every month send me a couple of replays, and normally that features either some crazy comps or some intense games, and this month is apparently ARAM time, because we got another one, a third one, and also some very interesting setups here. A triple Varian actually! 2 Variants on one side and another one on the other. On the left side we got Flat Row on Varian, the Bloodseeker on Tazadar, Boomy Boom on Mephisto, Sky Panties on Brightwing, and Karajote on Varian. Okay, 2 Variants already terrifies me. On the right side, we got Black Angel, aka Lucy on Hanzo, Resto is playing Whiteman again, Hilo on Thrall, of course straight up into the Crash Lightning, and the almighty Bob is playing Stukov with Prezio on Varian. And the one thing that I want to immediately highlight is that 2 of the variants already went into the High King's Quest, 1 on each side, so I'm pretty sure we're going to get at least a lot of yelling with the Smash or some Twin Blades here. Because normally it's hard enough to find someone in Storm League that does know what he's doing on Varian and goes for taunt. But at the same time, now that you're looking at an ARAM, I feel like it's inevitable that we've got multiple players that won't pick taunt here. And also, it's always a question of the follow-up too, right? Tazadar, nearly going down to the Chain Lightning, but he is able to escape, so yeah, good on that. Nicely done. And the Crash Lightning is, of course, continuing. Also, at this point, again, a big shout out to all of the supporters on Patreon, so a big shout out to all of them, very much appreciated. In this case, we have a couple of the top supporters here represented, of course, in all of those games, but to all others as well. Also, a big shout out, you guys keep the lights on here with the Heroes of the Storm coverage. Wouldn't be possible without you, and it wouldn't be possible for me to improve on camera setups, stream setups, getting more assets for the stream. I mean, for Masters Clash and other events, we have now improved it significantly, I think. So yeah, thank you very much for everybody that is a supporter over there. Very much appreciated. But again, as we're heading in this one, let's have a little bit of a look of what's going on with our Thrall, because so far he's actually doing fairly well. A bit aggressive, 5 stacks, so that if he stacks it quickly, he should have some of the top damage in this entire game. And they're running a double support too, so honestly I like what the red team is running here. In the long run, they should have the upper hand, but then again, Whiteman is going down now. So she's eliminated, and now the moment of truth. There's the first one, Smash is in. After going for the overpower, and variant number 2, do we get the double smash? I think there's no chance. Nah, there's 1 Twin Blades. The meme blades are in, the smash is in. 1 variant could still go for the taunt, but of course that's not happening either. Nope, it is Wind Blades on both sides. And there we go. They're gonna chuck it out, one after another. I think Thrall is gonna poke them hard. Variants are dying all over the place already. 3 variants in the game and not a single one went for taunt. Not really how you want to play that, but well, it's an ARAM, so let's go. And by the way, I just want to highlight that real quickly. Look what the red team has. They literally have a Varian Stukov combo, so they could use Taunt into Lurking Arm, and they have the damage of Hanzo and also of Thrall to follow up on it, but instead he just went Twin Blades. So yeah, sad moment right there. Definitely not really interested in going for the best setup, but instead just saying like, hey, but I wanna whack, 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 whack. And well, that's what they're gonna try and do. Yeah, the blue team loses another hero here as one of the Varian players dies. We're gonna of course look at the damage a bit later. But right now we got our 13 stacks for Thrall, which means that he is doing quite well on the stacking progress. I mean, he is getting some serious stacks together. He should walk away with tons of damage in the later stages of the game. He's level 7. Do we get the Ancestral Wrath for him now? Hopefully. Nah, goes for full stacks. Again, not the best option, but in an ARAM, we'll let it slide. Got some stacks together, but they have a double support too. Yeah. I mean, again, can make an argument for it. Same time now, we got the second wind over here. We got the victory rush. Second wind also for the other meme blades, Varian. And they're going to try and play around with this throughout the entire game. But it really doesn't change the fact that Thrall is just terrifying me right now, looking at the amount of stacks that he's getting in. Of course, Tacit and Mephisto on the other side, they're chunking them down pretty heavily too. But Thrall should get easy damage out throughout the game, especially if he commits to level 16 Thunderstorm as well. In the meantime, the panties are going down. No, panties are still alive. Panties are still on. Yeah, Brightwing able to move back in. Double kill. Varian and Thrall are both down. And Stukov is dead too. Can you imagine the amount of taunting that would have gone in this game? I mean, would have literally just like gone, your mama is so fat that Thrall's chain lightning and bouncing 3 times on her. Next Varian comes in line, your mama, your mama. Like, we could have taunts on all sides. Those are the voice lines that the Heroes of the Storm community needs. I really don't understand why Blizzard is just not adding some of them. I mean, this is just a golden opportunity. You literally have a hero whose whole job is going for the taunts. Like, you got Thrall on the other side. It's just like, dude, you're shitty as a war chief. Hashtag Sylvanas, Team Sylvanas right there. But then again, we all know that Varian is actually on Team Edward, so whatever. As it stands though, we got the level 10 abilities, and that gives us the Archon. Brightwing with the Emerald Wind. I don't know why, but that's what it is. Blink heal for the win, especially here. And now with 7 kills to 2, the blue team is starting to take the lead. But Thrall is nearly done. He's going to have the stacks completed in just a few more connections, and now he's sitting at 18. Again, he is going to chunk them down. And then Brightwing is going to have a whole lot of work to do, especially without Blink heal. So that's not going to make it any easier. Until then, though, they're suffering. Because they don't have level 10, and they're getting pushed back. They're losing the entire wall here. All of that is currently falling and dying. And Varian is again just yelling. Running through with a smash here. Gets the damage in. I mean, again, they got 9 kills to 2. Even with the double support on the other side. The almighty Bob is pissed that Varian didn't take taunt. Justifiably so. I mean, again, would have been perfect. Taunt into a lurking arm, especially with a level 13. Always assuming that he goes for the virulent reaction. Alright, Hanzo. With the meme strike over here. Eventually, that's going to be a nice talent to have too, once that the cooldown reduction kicks in. But besides that, we now have, instead of Earthquake, the Sundering. Where's Thrall with his stacks? I mean, dude, what is he doing? He's actually dying here too. Varian is just chunking them down. But there's the kill. Red team is losing another hero. Varians are dying all over the place here. And, well, for now, what do we have as a damage output? Tacit 32,000. Brightwing is down. The Fruit Fly infestation has just now been destroyed, so good for them. 22,000 for Thrall. Hanzo's taking over. Lucy is putting some damage in, but eventually Hilo should be able to easily surpass him here. And Hanzo's the only one on the red team that hasn't died. So yeah, Lucy doing well here. Sundering completely missing, not even close, but at least Thrall is able to connect another chain lightning. I'm kind of disappointed with him. He did really well at the beginning of the game and got a lot of stacks together, and then somehow he wasn't able to follow up on it properly. But he's one short of completing the quest, and well, actually he isn't. He's at 20. I thought he was already way higher than that. Still should be able to complete it in a fairly decent amount, and once that's the case, the damage should look quite better for them. I mean, late game should be theirs, but again, at an ARAM anything can happen. So here comes the ult of Mephisto, and that ends Varian, and it even allows the other Varian, Flatrow, to escape, whereas Thrall is rather low and is desperately in need of healing. Genji cosplaying over here. And talking about the virulent reaction, we're not going to see that. Instead, it is the lingering spines. In an ARAM, I mean, again, you're going to get something out of this too, but just imagine a good setup from Stukov with the virulent reaction. You could perfectly set him up for Hanzo to come through with some additional damage. Level 13 gives us the Grace of Air. Nothing graceful about Thrall, but whatever floats your boat. They're going for Varian again, and this time he went way too far out. Already getting murdered here. Quest completed on the level 1. High Kings is already done. And right now, they're starting to make the play for Tacita. And what is happening with these Sunderings, by the way? I think our boy doesn't really have that locked down properly. Okay, Brightwing tries to go for the isolation play against Varian, nearly dies in the process, and Varian doesn't really care because he has a double support behind him, so he's still fine. 22 stacks now for Thrall. And there we go, another one coming in! Tacita! The polymorph saving him. He nearly dies to the to the ability of Varian here as he comes through with a bit of extra damage. But they're now pushing back. It's a nice back and forth here. The kill count still in favor of the blue team, but the red team is slowly bringing it back, as you can see. So good for them. And with that, still full-on brawl. I mean, honestly, this is pretty much exactly what brawls are about. Everybody is just like diving in, trying to trade some damage, attack after attack. And yeah, everybody is just going for it. And with another nice connect from Thrall, they're getting the kill against Varian on the blue team side. So now with 26 stacks on the level 1, Thrall decides that it's a fantastic idea to go for a camp. I mean, I have no idea what he's thinking. But at this point, you really just want to complete your level 1. Please lock in Thunderstorm. Please, please. Yes! There we go. I was a bit afraid, I'm not going to lie. I was really afraid that he would not go for the talent, but now he has a solid chance to get some damage connected with that. 27 stacks are in, and there's the Sundering that we're talking about. I kind of want to follow that up with a bit of a Frostwolf setup, but he didn't get that. Could still turn around, and he should have the cooldown ready. Oh, beautiful! That was a nice one. And that should be a kill. An easy one at that, but they are messing it up, and Varian gets out. Stukov died. What a game. I mean, damn. Yeah, 28 stacks now for Thrall. Our boy is getting closer. I mean, he's really the one to watch out for. His damage is already at 45,000. He's top damage for the team. Nice! The double kill! Woo! It's a triple, baby! Yeah, well done also by Hanzo. Lucy with a good ult, and as they're getting closer to level 20, he's gonna have fun with the cooldown reduction. And as it happens, they're even the first team to take the fort down. I wouldn't have thought it possible, honestly. Didn't really feel like they had it in them, but they not only get a triple, a quad kill at the end of the day, they're able to take one of the structures down, and they're not stopping there. They're opening up the wall at the keep. So these guys are pushing it hard at this point. I mean, that is looking pretty neat. And Thrall should have an easy time connecting the last stack, and once that's the case, he can literally just start poking them through structures, through whatever he wants, and should easily take over top damage in the game. Almighty Bob goes down again, and the quest is completed for Thrall. Now it's time to party. It's time to party for Thrall. This is really... well, he dies, isn't he? Quest completed, time to feed. Now he gets out. Does he, though? Might be able to get away. Alright, well done here. Gets one stack, dodges out a bit, but yeah, he's gonna go down one way or another. I mean, again, at least completed the quest, so there's that. From here on out, he can attack minions, he can attack structures. The bounce will always start to prioritize the heroes behind it, and that is all that you need to do here, honestly. With that, you're gonna have some serious damage that you can work in. And I feel the red team is gonna be hard-pressed to turn this around. Thrall is already, as you can tell, getting the damage increased quite heavily. Well, to be fair, Mephisto and Hanzo are both trying to chase him here on the output, but now all he has to do is pretty much hit his chain lightning. It's all that he has to do. Everything else is a bonus. Just don't die and just connect one chain lightning after another. You don't even have to target heroes anymore. You can always go for the minion wave, whatever's close, so you can play it super safe. And in the long run, you are gonna lead on damage for sure. Yeah, so already not using what he should. He's like, quest completed, don't use chain lightning anymore. There we go, there's the connect. And all he has to do is like use that over and over again, and he's gonna be fine. We're gonna see that later. The level 20 is in, and that's the cooldown reduction, I suppose, so we're gonna see that. At least we should. Right wing again with the Emerald Wind. Lucy, as expected, is locking in the Dragon Awakens. White main down, ult from Mephisto. They're trying to go for Bob, but Bob makes it out. And Thrall is in the thick of things and is just going to commit Sudoku if he stays longer. But instead, the double Varian gets dropped on the blue team as they went a little bit too deep. And here comes the Thrall connect with the Chain Lightning. He's not the one to put in the last hit, but he had definitely a part in the kill. So nice for them. And with that, we now got also on level 20 the Demoralizing Shout and the Frenzy for the Twin Blades here. Yeah, talking about our Varian players, let's have a bit of a look at their damage. The Frenzy Varian is currently much higher than what we're seeing for Taunt. So both of the variants that went for... Well, one didn't even go for Frenzy, only went for the level 10. But for the Meme Blades, and he's at 47,000. And the other one is at 45, so pretty similar damage output for them here. I love how he still hits too. But 62,000 damage now for Thrall. Not really taking the big lead in damage that I would have expected, considering that he completed the quest. But yeah, finally the stats are coming together. He just hasn't really learned yet, I feel, that he needs to just use Q whenever the cooldown is up. That's literally the most important part of his damage output right now. But there we go. They lose Tassadar, but they kill at least Stukov. Seems like Varian is going to die in just another moment too. There it is. Kill is in. And still 80,000 damage, the lead for Tassadar. Resto on the run! But the kill. Nice. Yeah, the Varians are doing some work here. One of them died 8 times though. And it's kind of impressive that Lucy has not died a single time in this game yet. I mean, 69,000 damage for him, not one death. Only question is, can he keep it up throughout the game? Knowing Lucy at this point is just looking at it as like, again, whatever happens, just don't die. Whatever happens, just don't die. Don't die. Just play it safe. So now we got 70,000 damage. That doesn't do damage to the core. Worth a try, I suppose, but I'm not quite sure what the idea was there. That didn't quite work. So it's just like, yeah, let's take the core down. Dragon, go brrr. And then the dragon was just like, nope, no, ain't happening, bro. So yeah, that didn't do anything. Yeah, we call that a zoning ult. We had the zoning mosh pits back in the past and the zoning storm bolts. And but yeah, the dragon didn't want to go brrr in this one. Now anyways, 22 kills against 20, so once again we're on our quest to hit the 50. And yeah, we'll see. But as you can tell, for now, we have the blue team not giving up yet. No, they want to fight back into this. And they took a fort down, so if they take the keep, then it's at least even on the heal options. 18 stacks also on the level 7 now for Thrall. Yeah, here's the jump again. A lot of yelling. The ult, not like this, Lucy. No. Okay, zoning again, making sure that he's cutting off the retreat path, but they kill Thrall. Brightwing and Varian are dead again, but so is the Varian on the red team side. Lucy is on the run, he's like, don't die, don't die, don't die. 0 deaths, 0 deaths, and he gets out. Resto pretty much has one job. That's the nice thing when you have a pocket healer. Lucy's just sitting there in voice and saying the entire time, listen, it doesn't matter if you die, just keep me alive. I'm the important part here. And well, so far it's been working out for them. So right now, Lucy is still with a 0. A little bit dancing here, 82,000 damage for him. Still ahead, by the way, of Thrall. A little bit disappointed. After the initial setup for Thrall and how quick he was with the first initial stacks, I really thought that he would be a bit more diligent about getting the Q out and connecting the Crash Lightning, but as it happens, it ain't happening. Now, the core hasn't suffered any damage yet either, and we're already 16 minutes into the game. But, well, let's see what they can do. For now, they're just taking the waves down. Camps. Gotta go for the camps. There's camps up on the map, you gotta go for the camps. If quick match taught me anything, I thought you always have to prioritize the camp. These ults are killing me. I mean, it's just like, oh, they're here. I mean, I don't really know what the purpose is of these thunderings that he's throwing out there. He had a couple that weren't total shit. But a lot of the stuff is just weird. I mean, right now, can you imagine the setup with a good taunt for the red team? Well, they're going for a target and it gets pushed out, so that doesn't really work either. Emerald Wind again, trying to isolate one, and Brightwing is dead. So is Varian, though. It's always a trade that we're seeing, but that's the support gone, and that results immediately in another Varian falling, and that's going to be a triple. 3 down, and that's the opportunity for a push. We'll see. He got the kill with it! Tassadar was sitting there like, I don't know what to do here. And he goes down. Oh, Tassadar was just absolutely helpless. He was sitting there like, I don't know how to deal with this. And then he dies. And it's time to go for the core. Come on, Bob. Hit it. Yeah, hit it. The core, not the catapult, doofus. Oh, here we go. They're getting some damage in. I don't think they can end it right now. There's still one Varian missing. They're only 4, and the rest of the blue team is going to be back in just another moment. So yeah, the thundering as usual, zoning them hard. And that Emerald Wind put them in real trouble. Stukov's already down, and Thrall followed. And yep, that's the end of Whitemane. They should know by now that as soon as the fight is about to get dangerous, Lucy is just going to move out of the battle because he just doesn't want to risk dying at this point anymore. Honestly, it's the only thing that's on his mind right now. Top damage in the game? Nah, I don't care about that. He cares about it a little bit. But the one thing that he cares about is that he's the only one that didn't die yet. So he's just sitting there. It's just like, just get out. And he has a chance also to take the top damage in the game, honestly. 99,000, so he's nearly at the 6-digit club. And the only one that is ahead of him is Tassadar. That's the only one. So blue team is still fighting back, and they haven't given up on that game yet. There's another ult any second. And Tassadar, he's running straight into it. Yeah, so they're just zoning them a little bit, but you should probably wait until the real fight starts. Anyways, that's the end of Varian. Hanzo is still alive. Good for him. Thrall. Thrall is getting a bit closer now too to the top damage in the game. There's a bit of a slow progress that he has here. He's still prioritizing the wolf over the Q quite a lot of instances, but he's doing some work. That Sundering, yeah, stopped them from chasing, so that actually had a bit of an impact. It also hit people for once, so there's that. But can they force it back? We have 30 kills to 27. We're nearly sitting at 60 kills now. Resto gets attacked again. White Mane, and she's down. Still, Hanzo now with the top damage, gets attacked and makes it out. Nicely done, especially because the second Varian was pushed back too. So Stukov is definitely helping out. And now that the pocket healer is dead, Lucy is just sitting here. I just imagine pings going all over Stukov. It's like, heal me, heal me, heal me. But no, he's fine. 112,000 damage, 100,000 siege damage, 0 deaths. Someone wants that MVP. You know he wants it. There's the kill. Kill for kill. Varian is nearly... I mean, honestly, we have one Varian on 10 kills, 10 deaths. So that's already double digits on him. But we got 2 that are very, very close. And that's 2 players of the red team that are currently trying to get into the double digits too. And they are going to be successful pretty soon. 20 minutes into the game, level 26 for the 2 sides. And the red team slowly making their progress over towards the left side in an attempt to get the core a bit lower. But the defense is more or less set up with 3 players and 2 coming back in 10 seconds. But yeah, they got a chance. Varian. Starting to chunk here. Nice. Good damage with the ult again. And Lucy's being chased. Mephisto is already down, but it seems like the blue team has currently one mission, and that's to kill Hanzo, at least some of the players. Hanzo is at 116,000 damage, looking Gucci over here. Getting a bit of a cooldown reduction as the shots connect. And on the run again, Brightwing with the isolation. That's the end of Varian. Yeah, another hit connects. And that is another ult that we're going to see in just another second from Lucy. But the problem is that Stukov has also fallen. Thrall is coming back in, also looking to increase the damage output here. And Hanzo is sitting in the back and saying like, yeah, I can't get too close, or I might actually die. Instead, they're putting Resto out, and she's getting murdered once again. 3 heroes already with a double-digit deaths. Oh! That fucker gets away. Lucy's like, run, 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 baby, run. And he makes it out. Yeah, 125,000, but honestly, they're losing more and more ground. Eventually, that keep is gonna fall. Now, right here, I don't know. If this continues in the same pace, there's a chance that the blue team still turns this. Granted, it's 38% on their core, but somehow they're always managing to fight back. Now, of course, here comes the setup again. They're trying to go for the attack. But they're missing Thrall. Thrall is missing. And Tassadar is still fighting for the top damage. Tassadar is still fighting for it. He is incredibly close to Hanzo. Yeah, both of them are neck and neck right now. 70 kills in the game. 70 kills already. Yeah, the pocket healer is back. The double support to keep Hanzo alive, and look how defensive he's, like how far back he's standing right now. Yeah, all our defense just waiting. They know that there's a Varian down here. They already glimpsed him a few times. Gotta be careful now. But yeah, who makes the first move? The Varians just dancing around each other here. Okay, one jumping in. Nice setup from Stukov. Nicely done. And oh, that ult did work. Nicely done. Get some damage out. Yeah, still top damage, but of course now Tassadar, yeah, he's also getting damage in, but he's getting chunked down just a second later. That's 4 heroes down. Brightwing is the only survivor. This should be kinda it. I mean, at this point, this should be it. And honestly, if Hanzo can end it now, not only would he end the game as the single player without a death, but also with the top damage in the game now, with 137. So, yeah, here we go. That's gonna be it, everybody. Nicely done, and I guess we know who gets the MVP. Well played here, the red team with the victory, with 75 kills in total. Damn, son. That is a pretty solid kill count over here. And yep, MVP is gonna be Hanzo. GG and well done. Alright, party time! We got an actual game on our hands now. So again, guys, we're looking at a couple of the Patreon games. So big shout out to my supporters over on Patreon. And at this point, it is a Heroes Lounge match that was played, or is a map out of a Heroes Lounge match. So over on the left side, the blue team with Ice-Scorp on Tychus. We're on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We got Arabano on Jojo, Grego on Chromie, Black Lotus on Malfurion, and Areku is playing Leoric. And over to the right side of the map, E-Bims Ayabea on Hanzo. We got Cabal on Diablo, Mixin on Alexstrasza, no Stuko for him today. Shadow Rider, isn't that called a Ghost Rider? On Reyna, and Drago on Malthael. Okay, Exterminator on the level 1. And yeah, let's have a little bit of a look of what they can actually pull off here. With Chromie already on one side, so you're going to deal with a lot of poke and interrupts on any channel attempt that you have. Level 1 also going straight up into the Time Worker's Pursuit to make sure that you have some additional vision. That's already good, of course, as well. And yeah, let's see what's happening. I mean, normally when we're getting any kind of subscriber games or from the Patreons, it's usually either crazy combos, some insane ARAMs, or funny compositions. And whenever it goes to Heroes Lounge games that they send in, it's most of the time either a really intense one or a super funny one. So I think we can definitely expect quite a nice game. The Aya Bear already jumping out over here. Yeah, getting out of harm's way before he's going to be first blood, but he eats the grenade anyways. Mixon at least is ready with Alexstrasza and starting to help him out a bit. The teams are, of course, rotating to try and get not only the experience on the lanes, but also all of the gems in, slowly but steadily. And our 1 versus 1 has also been set up. We got our Leo against Malthael. Not quite sure how that pairs. The aspect of death against a dead guy. So, yeah, Leo is just starting to chunk that down slowly. Also, I'm playing it rather safe towards the gate. And not really too much happening in the rotation either. We had, of course, a fair chunk of wave clear from Jojo alone, thanks to the Condemn that she can use. Same time now that we are having Jimmy rotating down together with Mixon. And apparently they're going to try and set the Siege Giants up. Sneaking in outside of vision should definitely help with that a little bit. And it's just a question of when these boys are moving in. And, well, here we go. But the first shot is already missing. We got our Tychus against Reyna set up. And talking about missing up at the top, we nearly missed a bit of the action as Chromie got attacked, but she's still fine. And she's playing a 1 versus 2, which also means that there's 4 heroes down at the bottom of the map going for the Siege Giants. And the blue team is therefore able to lock the first camp of the game in without any real trouble. With a lock-in effect against 2 heroes in the choke point. Again, especially Jimmy got hit by that. But there's no kill yet. So, level 4 is in, no kill yet, in the rhythm has been taken, and, ooh, we get Broccoli. Vengeful Roots on level 4, and no Dream on level 1. Well, so there's that. So, Broccoli set up. This also is one of the older patches, by the way. Just mentioning that real quickly. We also got the Exuberance in, we got the Behemoth armor. I mean, ever since Nick started to use it a whole lot, we're gonna having this a little bit more. Same time now, as of course still the attempt to get the first Web Weaver wave, and both teams have not enough gems yet, but we're sitting at 40 for both sides. So you want to try to turn in whenever you have a possibility to do so. After the Siege Giants got taken, the teams are now both interested to get their Bruiser camp as well. Pretty slow start into the game, nothing too crazy really happening here just yet. They're still trying to, of course, guard the turn-in points so that nobody walks away with a freebie. But everyone is just interested in getting the camp set up, slowly working towards turn in number 1 and the Web Weavers. We got the Eternal Retaliation coming in, so therefore cooldown reduction is going to kick in soon. And the red team is already pushing the camp through the middle of the map as they're starting to turn in. And they are able to pretty much deliver nearly everything. I mean, here's the Chromie attempt to interrupt some of them, but 3 turned all the gems in that they had, and that's 33 delivered. So good for them. Now that Arabano's moving in here, as the 2 camps collide, you could also see the first fight. And Malthael is... Oh, denied the turn-in. But that was close. And both of the teams now have enough gems to get the first Web Weaver wave. So now you got to really a bit more careful of where your opponent is and what they could pull off here. Yeah, already the attack coming, everybody going ham. Instead, it seems like we could see the end of Jojo. Malthael, they keep him alive. Barely the grenade. And mix in with the Dragon Queen. Malthael still falling, but they got the kill against Malfurion. And now with the support gone on the blue team side, they should have the better position to get some more gems delivered. 56 against 24, that's what we're looking at now. Red team, of course, has already turned some of those in. So that's not really a bad deal. But now they're pretty much abandoning the bottom turn-in points. So I'm not so sure about that. Someone should at least sneak this out a bit. And Hanzo has the opportunity to get the turn-in. Oh, sorry, the interrupt. But instead, he lets it through. So now 2 teams are super close. But it seems that at least... No, blue team is first. Cabal was trying to deliver the last couple of gems, but he was outdone by the blue team as they lock in Web Weaver wave number 1. Good setup for them. 6 stacks for Broccoli in the meantime, and we got 23 for Tigers, but that's going to be the first objective, pushing right here and now for the blue team. And they also get a kill with a perfect time against Jimmy, who with Exterminator on level 1 is of course the main hero to deal with that situation. So that's a pretty annoying setup now for the red team. They literally lost their best defender against all of this. And yeah, that's quite a bit annoying because now it's going to be much harder to defend. Jimmy is just now back on the map, and until he's back, they will have lost a lot of their outer structures already. Mainly talking about, of course, the towers and the gates, not really the forts, but still. Shadow Rider is finally back to business, but as you can imagine, he's pretty late to the party here. And oh my god, they're losing Dibbles too. Yeah, that is a horrific start. Damn, this could end with a fort being destroyed here on the first wave, and that is terrifying. There's a lot of momentum that we could see now. We have nearly level 10 for the blue team. They should easily walk away with a double turn in here. If they're a little bit diligent about just grabbing the gems on the lanes now, they should be able to get a double turn in. With how close they are to level 10, that's more or less an easy one. Especially with Tigers also looking at 45 stacks already at the 6-minute mark. That's a real solid setup for him. Here come the heroic abilities. We've got the Blessed Shield in. Yeah, of course, Leo coming through with the Entomb. They're looking fantastic. They should try and turn in right now. Blessed Shield, nice! Bounce it off the wall. They're trying to go for the kill. Good follow-up, not only from Alfurion, but also from Leo. They get the kill against Jimmy, and now they're trying to go for Dibbles, and he doesn't stand a chance either. He had the stacks together on his baseline, but he dies too, and that is them capitalizing brutally on the advantage that they had with the heroic abilities. They can go straight for the fort in the middle of the map now, and it's looking pretty good. Gotta be careful, of course, now that the red team is so close on their own level 10, but still, they walk away with the second fort destroyed, and that's an enormous amount of momentum that they're currently building here. If they now also get the turn in, I mean, damn, can you say snowball, baby? We're talking about an avalanche over here. Reiko turns in, and that's another blue Web Weaver wave. 5 kills against 1. Now, both teams have, of course, their heroic abilities, which means that technically, at least the red team could go into the Hanzo Arrow, into Apocalypse. That's kind of neat, but they have to face the music. And at the bottom of the map, they're even late for the defense on the gate, so they're losing this one too. This is tough. We're 7.5 minutes into the game, and we're talking about another attempt to get a stun against Hanzo. That didn't work, but they get the kill anyways. So now they kill Hanzo. What the hell? They're getting murdered over here. But nicely done. At least the ult on Malthael was able to get them a kill. And Diablo is moving in. Doesn't land the combo though. but they might be able to push them back just a little bit so that they can fend the bot lane. And in the middle of the map, they have their camp, so it's not that bad yet. The bot lane is defended, top lane is a bit of a problem. Hanzo's already on his way to deal with it. In the middle of the map, the camp that they took, the Bruiser camp on the red team side, slowed it down at least a little bit. But honestly, the reaction here top side needs to be a bit faster. They lost the tower, they are losing a lot of hit points on the gate. The gate itself is falling. And yeah, it's just too much damage. Of course, with them mustering up a defense at the top, it also means that they have to abandon the bot lane, have to spread themselves out a bit thinner, and that is immediately abused by the blue team as they're moving in to drop the final fort. And that now leads us to a level lead for the blue team, nearly a talent advantage. And thanks to the structural position that they're in, there is still a fountain on every single lane for the blue team, and there's none left. Neither is there a fort as a retreat point for the red team. So whenever there's a fight over one of the turn-in points, the red team is going to be at a disadvantage here. They're in trouble. They still hold 61 gems, so they haven't lost a whole lot. They recovered every single time that a hero died, but it's still tough. And now they have to win a couple of fights. And instead, Arrow, nice, into 3, but the Apocalypse wasn't ready. Oh, that would have been fantastic. Can you imagine the Apocalypse as a follow-up in that situation? 3 heroes hit by Hanzo's Arrow and then an Apoc follow-up for an extended stun with damage coming in. That would have been it. There's a level 13, so once again the blue team is trying to play around the talent advantage that they have. They drop immediately the Odin, and they're now pushing through the wall down at the bot here. So, well, there's that. So let's see what they can pull off with that. I mean, either way, by now we have still 6-2 kills. In addition to that, we're looking at Diablo trying to get his stacks together on his baseline. So there's that. All the way up at the top, there's already Malthael with 39 gems. I mean, he really needs to get out. If he dies here, that would be a total disaster. And the blue team was already starting to move towards the top, so I guess immediately everybody else on the red team said, dude, you need to fall back here. And they got the turn in too. So they're trying to come back into the game. But, yep, it's still even talents, at least for now. They, of course, have to deal with the catapults here too. But as it stands, there we got our little setup. Yeah, right now we currently have everything up at the top. They're already starting to moving in for this one. At the bottom of the map, Web Weaver is completely abandoned, but they're just trying to trap somebody here. So we got 6 kills to do. And this is a little bit odd. Like, nobody's defending. I don't know what the APOC was supposed to do here. If anything, it slowed them down a bit, I suppose. But the mid-Web Weaver has now been defended, and at the top, they're making the play for it. Cabal gets attacked here as well. Again, condemned. The arrow hits hard. That's when you need the Apocalypse. Kind of unfortunate that they used it this early, but they're trying. Oh my god, they're losing 2. They might lose 3. The Web Weavers are still doing damage at the bottom of the map, and even at the top, it seems the fort is going to fall. It doesn't change the fact that we now have 8 kills against 2. The fort is down, bottom of the map. Another one is about to be destroyed, so at least they got some structures that they kill with it. But honestly, they are missing out on these fights. And every single time I look at the Diablo, it's just like, dude, wait for the Hanzo arrow. Hanzo connected so many of them in the last few fights. If you just wait with the Apocalypse to follow up on the Dragon Arrow stun, then you're going to be in a great spot to set the team up for some kills. And Hanzo is honestly doing some serious work. Also surviving here. Yeah, the Aya Bear is going ham on this one. We got 34,000 for him. And yeah, same time 34,000 also for Chromie, so he's still on eye level with her. By the way, 62 gems in the hands of the blue team. They are ahead on the gem count. I mean, let's face it, with all of the heroes killed, especially in the last few encounters, the blue team was now able to steal some away from the red team. So now they're not only a turn in ahead, but they're also in a position where they could get a third turn in. And the red team is still far, far away from even getting their second. So not really a good position for them to be in. They need teamfight victories. And now that they're a talent level behind, that is making the entire situation even worse. They're missing out on the level 16 talent. We got rid of the Mithril Maze, already a few stacks together for Leo. And even that push with the Hyperion in the middle and the camp is not going to do too much. They're trying to get XP to catch up and force a fight on eye level. But not easy. 70 stacks also kind of nice for Tychus. He has a decent duration on the minigun now. He has the turn-in attempt. And I don't know if they can fight. They should really fall back. But there's the Blessed Shield. There's the Entomb. Yeah, Diablo is pushing his way back out. And thanks to Alexstrasza, Mixin with a real nice play here. Saving Diablo. Has to obviously commit to his ult, so that's not great. But at least they avoided Diablo falling, because that would have been a problem with the defense. But they're still more than half a level away from getting the level 16 talent, so it's going to take some time for them to really make an impact here. But yeah, here we go. Bot lane gets attacked, and it doesn't change the fact that eventually the red team has to win a team fight. They need to go for a team battle. And here they fight again without the 16 arrow. Yeah, Apoc not landed so far, and it is Malthael that goes down, and so does Diablo. The blue team is just pushing. 6 days to Sunday. They're going for keep. They lost on the last objective a few of their own structures, but now they're taking the first one of the inner circle of defense out, and they are pushing for core here. Alright, we are gonna see a push for core. They're trying to end it all. 14 minutes into the game, the Web Weavers are still active at the top lane. Mixin still has the Dragon Queen. The shields are gone, the core is falling, and the red team is just chunking it down. The Web Weaver is gone though, 60%. Careful, Ice God with the damage, trying to move around this. Tigers is going to be the first one to fall. He's down. Everybody else is moving away. Malthael is dead. 22%. Jojo, 21%. They're not going to be able to take it. No. 5-man team wipe at 19%. But the top keep has fallen too. The attack cost them 5 euros, but 2 keeps are down, and the core is at 17%. The immediate move towards the boss from the red team. They need to get some work done here. They caught up a bit in experience, that's definitely true, but they're still half a level behind. But boss is pretty much the only play that they can make here. Try and get the turn in together with it, use the Web Weavers, use the boss to slowly bring it back. But of course, Malthael also has to deal with the bottom of the map. They cannot allow catapults to get anywhere close to the core. And Leo is respawning soon. So the boss is indeed taken, but this is still tough. With both of the keeps gone and the core this low, that's not easy at all. So what we're seeing instead is here the turn-in as they're coming in with it, and that's going to be the Web Weavers. But it also gives the blue team an opportunity to start the defense up at the top while nobody is there helping the boss out. So there's that. And yeah, there we go. Boss is going to be taken apart before we're even seeing the Web Weavers come down, so that did maybe buy them a little bit of time. But if we're honest about it, it might have been a bit better to turn in right away while the blue team was still dead. Because right now, let's face it, what's the situation right now? The boss defense was basically a freebie. That thing didn't really do a whole lot of damage. The only thing that they got because of, like, through the boss is the turn-in. And they could have turned in right away, as everybody else was still dead and probably gotten more damage. So by now, they're already half stoning back because they don't have vision, so they don't know where the blue team is. They were a bit afraid of a backdoor, but instead, the team is not going for it. There it is! Finally! There's the follow-up! That's what I've been talking about the entire time. Immediately the kill against Malthael, and it should be another one. Jimmy goes down though, but they also get the kill on Jojo. The problem is that they're also losing Diablo at the same time. But finally a Hanzo arrow into an APOC. That's exactly the combo, exactly the play that we've been waiting for the entire time. And as it happens, it seems like the red team might just be able to take one of the keeps down. And let's not forget that there's Web Weavers still pushing through the middle and also active at the bottom as they're trying to do even more damage to the structures. And the top lane isn't abandoned either. They're also continuing to poke here, so they're really forcing the blue team thin since only 3 of the heroes are still in play, all of them trying to somehow survive and defend. But as you can tell, Chromie! Ah, there she is. The kill. And the keep is down. 1 keep destroyed, and they are starting to draw even with the blue team. Pretty crazy back and forth here, honestly. And a lot of that is because of the combo. They could have even been farther ahead if they played a bit better during that boss and turn-in. If they timed that better, they might have been able to do a lot more damage here. But as it stands, that combo with Hanzo's arrow into Diablo's Apocalypse was just absolutely fantastic. And now, of course, they will have that combo back up in another 5 seconds. And if they land it again, that would just be the dream here. 12 kills to 10. 56,000 damage for Hanzo, 54,000 for Chromie. And they're trying to go for their very own 6.5 out of 10 moment. Let's get those comeback mechanics kicking in, baby. 18 minutes into the game now. Yeah, and of course, Tychus is also gonna be ready with his Odin in just another moment. And he will need it. Because here comes the attack. Hyperion already being used. They want to go for keep number 2. Odin gets popped to try and prevent it from happening. It's a lot of damage against the keep, but it might not be enough. The Blessed Shield is already out. And there's the Entomb, the Buried Alive from Arega from the top. Perfect. But here comes the Apoc, the follow-up, and Malfurion. They are wrecking him. Tychus is able to take down Jimmy, so it's a kill for a kill, but the support is gone, and that's a sustain out the window. Mixing with the heals, trying to save Malthael. He dives in deep, but he dies. And the keep is still in play. Yes, it's slow, but they hold on to it. They are able to still survive here. The pressure is still on the blue team. The entire time made possible by those setups. Now Malthael already trying to go for the camp over here. But oh boy, this game is all of a sudden wide open. 14 to 11 kills. The blue team still ahead on the kill count. 61,000 damage for Chromie. 62k for Hanzo. Malthael, second highest damage dealer for the red team with a 38k. He got a couple of good ults through and has 3 stacks if I'm not mistaken at this point. 4 actually. 20-second cooldown reduction for him. But they need to wait for Jimmy and Malfurion to come back. Now, the amount of gems that we're looking at is nothing too insane. Blue team still had an additional turn-in, so they need a few more before they can get another Web Weaver wave, but they already hold 31. So we're more likely to see team fights, maybe around this camp over here, especially as long as the spell aura is still active. The boss up at the top is going to be back up in 24 seconds, so there's technically also a possibility that we're going to see a battle over the boss. And if anything, it should be the blue team that try to postures around the top lane. Reason simply being that at the bottom of the map, the red team doesn't have a keep anymore, so eventually the catapults are going to do work. And since we're looking at double catapult here, triple catapult, and a 4th one pushing in, the best thing that the blue team can do now is posture top side around the boss, just take position around the boss, and wait. And as soon as they're seeing a hero at the bottom of the map, go for the boss. Always threaten boss now. Always try to threaten boss. That's the best thing that they can do. Because this is eventually going to arrive at the opponent's core. And this could end the game. So just bait it a little bit. Do a little bit of damage whenever the opponent moves in. Play it safe. But just buy time for the bot lane to end the game for you. With 17% on the core, if you play it slow, if you play it safe, you will just make so much pressure happen through the simple bot lane push that we are seeing on the minimap that eventually the red team will have to send at least one hero back, and that's the moment when you can force the fight. But they force it early. I don't know why they're going for the battle here, but they're forcing the fight. The arrow connects. Apoc, they're going for Malfurion, and he's dead. Malfurion is down, and Leo is also getting dropped. It's a triple kill against them. And why did they force it? Look at the catapults. 5 catapults going to the core. If they would have just delayed it a little bit further, those could end their game. Instead, Malthael is now moving back just in time to make his way over and start the defense. Blue team, I mean, throw city, baby. They threw the game. They were too impatient. They got too greedy. They could have just waited a little bit longer, and they would have won the game more or less by default. Instead, they're now going straight up for the top. The red team is, because the blue team went too early into the battle, lost too many heroes, and now there's an opportunity to end the game. I mean, guys, if you don't end the game, at least take the keep. Okay, so it seems like they're going for the boss here, which I can understand, but if you're already here, take the keep. Like, if you're already right there, nothing prevents you from taking the keep down and then moving top. You're not losing any time. That's a second, maybe 2 seconds. So, yes, that boss is not a bad choice, but if you're already there, at least take the keep too. And it seems like these two are going to try and go for the backdoor now, because they know that once the boss is taken, there's just no other chance anymore. So this might work. I mean, there's already Malfurion coming in. Jojo is probably going to try and slow them down a little bit. Yeah, Johanna is here, and there's the attack. moving in. The boss is moving in at the top. Whoa! The arrow, Hanzo, the Aya Bear. Oh, they're going for the core. And Hanzo is dead. Hanzo is dead. The shield is about to fall. The boss is attacking the core. No! They're all dead. Malfurion. He can't make it happen. He can't take it down. Instead, he's about to die as well. And the boss is doing work over here. Is starting to end the game. Leo, he's not going to come back in time to do anything about it. This is going to be game. This is the red team being victorious on Tomb of the Spider Queen. What a comeback and what a weird one. But wait a second. It's not over yet either. The boss is down and he kills Malthael. Malthael is down. 22% against 14. The game is not over. They weren't able to finish it. Here comes the rest of the team though as they're trying to end it. Of course, a bit of a slow from Leo, who's going to be back too. And they're pulling back. They're not going for it. They don't have the Hyperion. And at the bottom of the map, the pings are still going strong. Jeez, how is this not over? What? The game is not over and they are still looking for an advance. Oh my god. Okay, that's crazy. That's just crazy talk. That's just nuts. And I have to bring it back to the fight at the top. I have no idea why the blue team was forcing it. There was no reason to do that. If they just waited out, the bot lane would have finished or they could have gone for boss. But as it stands, the red team definitely had an opportunity to also end the suffering here. Instead, we have two teams with a core below 50%, way below 50%, and the battle at the bot way early on the Odin. Way early. But where's the entomb when you need it? He didn't use it. Hello? Alright, finally we got the entomb, but it's a bit too late. They really wanted to force the fight. Yeah, instead the kill against Leoric. The ghost is down. The aspect of death with 7 stacks. 7 stacks for Malthael and a combo from Diablo. Finishing off Jojo. The end of Malfurion. And that has to be game. They're going for Chromie and they're going to take her down too. 4 heroes down. The only survivor is Tychus. There's no catapults that are pushing onto the blue team's core. They have an open shot for the finish of the game. And they are going to take it. 23 kills against 17. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The red team victorious after a pretty crazy Tomb of the Spider Queen match. Even the kill against Tychus towards the end. 5-man wipe and GG as the red team claims victory on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Alright ladies, let's go! Patreon games today. So it's been a while since we had some of those, and in case that you're not quite familiar with all of this setup, but normally every single month I have a couple of games for my top supporters on Patreon that I go over. And usually it's either ARAMs that were super fun or some Storm League games that were absolutely insane. I mean, we had Murky combos, we had Vikings Asmodan, so normally the games that I get sent are always a little bit special and kind of fun, but obviously it's not the highest level of play. Lately I've been pretty swamped in real life, which was honestly quite stressful and annoying, so we're a bit late on these, but let's go into a couple of the games now that I'm trying to catch up on them. We have an ARAM, and on the left side we got Bush on Garrosh, Sekuhara on Sonya, who cares? Great name. On Ragnaros, the hero on Jaina, and Dame on Rhaegar. And damn, someone just died. That was a quick one. Alright, Sol is already dead, so that's Drivius, who went in with the Crash Lightning. He couldn't even get a single one. The Bacon Bird, the best bird, on Anduin. Fatty is on Gazlo. Fat Ungly Monk, aka Jobama on Tyrael, and the Demon Master is playing Tychus. Reminds me a little bit of Demon Slayer. Awesome anime. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely make sure that you have a look. That thing is fantastic. Really good. A lot of good animes out there right now. Haikyuu, Demon Slayer, Goblin Slayer. There's a lot of good shit actually, but a lot of it also is currently on a break waiting for the next season to start, which is always kinda annoying. Anyways, already we got a couple of boys really going ham here. We got our Trash Lightning Thrall, and well, in case you're not aware of it, As annoying as Trash Lightning can be in normal game when someone picks it on your side, because normally they suck, in ARAMs, it's the talent to go for on level 1, and it shouldn't really be a problem for him to stack it. We got also Khaldor in this, and obviously ARAMs means Brawl. That's all random, all mid when you're playing Dota, when you're playing, I guess, League too. But in Heroes of the Storm, Blizzard, since they don't want to copy anything, they did the same thing and they just called it a Brawl. And that's why you have now action from the get-go. Auto attack build for Tigers, which pretty much means that we're going to get in the rhythm most likely. And ooh, yeah. That's exactly what we're looking for. Taking down Jaina right away. Stay Frosty, who cares, is able to tap the fountain. Yeah, we're going to have some fun with that guy, because that name is just absolutely special. That's a good one already. I like it. And, well, in the meantime, the level 4 talents kicking in. It's, at least for now, it's fairly even. 2 kills against 2. We got our 5 stacks together. And I forgot about the Master Assassin. Yeah, he could have gone into In the Rhythm, but this is an ARAM after all. And Master Assassin most of the time sucks pretty hard, but in an ARAM where you have kill after kill after kill coming in, this is a fun talent. This is actually something that's pretty cool. Now, those builds are of course not something that you necessarily want to copy when you're playing a normal game. You shouldn't be able to complete it properly, but still. At this point, we have also our Engulfing Flame set up here with the Blast Spell, with the Slow Burn coming in. Engulfing Flame on level 1. Sonya is also slapping it out. And Ragnaros, talking about him, is dead already. So 1 down right here. Kind of noteworthy too that we have on both sides pretty normal setup. I mean, there's no nasty double healer, triple healer or whatnot. But we have a pretty beefy front line, at least for the blue team, but they are heavily under pressure here. First stack is also in for Tigers, so that's one of the things. And at the same time now, we're getting our Indomitable. Garrosh was, of course, already a little bit active, throwing people around here and trying to get them behind the gate, which at least in the last situation worked out quite nicely. Demon Master gets out, and the pew 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 with the laser show continues, and here comes Tyrael. Nicely done. Tigers chips them down initially, and then Tyrael comes in and drops them right away. Honestly, looking at those lineups, the one thing that I'm just waiting for is the level 10 talents to kick in, because I feel there is absolutely no way that Tyrael goes Sanctification. That just ain't happening. This is definitely going to be a judgment game. And then it's only a question of how do they combat off with Khaldor and what do we get from that. Talking about Khaldor, boy gets already thrown in, and Anduin, look at him, the man with the reflexes, pulling him out right away. And yep, there's nearly a kill against Sonya, and off we go. Level 7 talents are in. A little bit of a hybrid build over here with a life funnel now. Now, so after initially going into a slam setup, we are getting some whirlwind talents. The wall has already been broken through. And on an ARAM, you really need to protect your structures, because every time you lose a fort, you also lose the fountain. And there's very limited healing options in an ARAM, especially when your healer's dead. Like in this case, where we have Rhaegar already down. Feraglimon comes in, gets the second kill. It's a double, baby. And he's going for the triple, and they get it too. Triple kill, easy peasy. And moving out of harm's way too. On top of that, we currently have 16 stacks for Thrall, so he's also starting to really put some numbers in. And once that he completes the quest, it's going to be quite nice. But look at Sonya, our girl is coming in with some serious damage too, and at least gets the kill on Tychus. We have also the Melting Point now on level 7. I mean, if your entire game plan is already to go auto attack build with the level 1 and level 4, then I don't understand why he doesn't go for the Combat Tactician over here. That would be the way better setup. Personally, I hate follow-through. I really don't like it, especially if you're not going for Echo of Elements. I mean, first of all, on this level of play, nobody's going to be good enough to put in the mechanics needed to really good damage out of follow-through. We had one follow-through in the competitive scene in the last year, I want to say, and afterwards the player stated right away, yeah, that was a misclick. I didn't want to do that. There's the judgment. Nice! And who cares is dead. I can tell you who cares. It gets the kill. What is happening here? When did Joe Obama get good? I mean, damn son, he comes in with kill after kill. Like right now, he died only once, 12,000 damage, and he's just chucking the kills in. That was pretty sexy. But yeah, talking about follow-through, shitty talent, don't take it. Always Ancestral Wrath, it's better, it gives you sustain, gives you damage, it's fantastic. And if you really want to go for follow-through, then at least take Echo of Elements on level 1 so you have more setups. But again, not really the option that you want to play. Nice pull again. That's actually kind of... I mean, they're pretty flexible with this. The entire time, Tyrael is jumping in, Anduin is pulling targets out. Then you have also Tychus who commits the Doku. So he's down 23 stacks for Thrall, getting a little bit closer with this. And the light bomb Tyrael with Judgment is kind of fun. I'm really waiting for that one. Ancestral Healing is in, and yeah, that's always a bit of an awkward one. I mean, the trade, you gotta use it at some point, I suppose, but I would probably wait until there's a real push happening. I like also that we have Lee plus Sulfura, so that's gonna be kind of nice. Not that Ragnaros had another option, obviously. This is an ARAM after all. Not everything is allowed here. Blizzard doesn't allow fun. But here comes the setup of Garrosh, a combo, and that gank attempt very quickly backfired. 1 down, 2 down, and 3 down. Tychus sacrificing himself for a good cause, or at least I thought so, but Anduin keeps him alive, and now they can maybe turn it around with even more damage. And Tyrael has Judgment up, and doesn't care about the fight. Just sits there and says like, yeah, I'm gonna kill him later, that's fine. I have a mission, I need globes. Yeah, he's still stacking his level 1 over here. The Ardent Restoration. So, trying to increase the heal amount a little bit. But could easily get a kill. Oh! Triple kill, baby! Possible. First one, Tychus. Good kids. But also, why the hell did Ragnaros not follow up on that lead? I don't get it. That was a great lead. That set up 3 stun targets, and now 4 of the blue team just died. So that was a big... Yeah. Like, I don't know, but if Ragnaros reacts a little bit faster there, then I think you can really capitalize on Sonya. If I'm Sonya, I'm a bit tilted in that situation. We have now 17 kills to 6, and look at Jaina going straight into the Stormfront over here. Alright, a little bit of a flip as the bush is doing work. And yep, Sekuhara is sitting tight, but yeah. Ragnaros is looking at the last play and is saying like, who cares? Screw the ults, we don't need them. Level 16 with the Tempest Fury now. We also got the sizzling attacks after. That's the stuff. Making me even more wonder why the hell that guy didn't go for the Combat Tactician. But anyways, we got the nearly completed level 4 quest for him now too, so that's kind of neat. And that also results, of course, in a lot of damage for Tychus. He's easily the top damage dealer in the game with the 38,000. But Thrall is slowly taking over. Now that his quest is completed, the prioritization on those chain lightning hits is obviously getting better and better. And he's doing fairly well here. The Monk is also jumping in, has Judgment up, could always use it. Sulfuras did hit nothing, but here comes the Light Bomb and Judgment right after that. Another kill comes in and that completes the Master Assassin on Tychus. And oh, they are crushing. Jumping in with an easy kill on Ragnaros. 19 kills to 6. That's the end of Garrosh. It seems like they're gonna end the game here sooner rather than later. Garrosh himself already died 7 times. And obviously, since this is an ARAM, you don't heal at the Nexus. So there's nothing that Sonya can do either. They haven't taken that keep down yet though. So they're invading the core, but they can't even damage it yet. They're just farming the entrance. They're just sitting there waiting for more damage. And that does not really work. I mean, honestly, it works. They're getting even more kills. Finally, maybe someone on their side is gonna die too. We have a 3-level lead, and the keep has now fallen. So it seems like at least Gazlo is interested in winning the game. But that was just spawn camping right there. So that looked a little bit mean. Was a little bit mean, but I don't think they really care too much. Yeah, stacking is coming together also now for the blue team, but of course they're already quite late on all of this. Light Bomb is in, that's a double stun right here. Sulfuras is missing once more, and they get the kill against Thrall at least. A good job by Jaina. And that's one of the biggest damage dealers already out. But here comes Gazlo with another combo. But they're just on the run. They have 2 heroes down already. Tychus is finally coming back, but now they're going for the Goblin. Hey, it seems like, ooh, maybe? Can they save him? Jaina gets some additional damage in, and that should be the end of Gazlo. Are you freaking kidding me? Really? Wow. 1 hit needed and they couldn't land it. Now after the 13, Jaina followed up with the Snowstorm and is going for even more damage over here. So we have the entire setup for her. I mean, again, she wants to do as much as she can now in the AoE damage. It's not normal build, but for an ARAM, there's a lot of shenanigans you can get away. But of course, now one level more, and we have level 20 on the board for the red team, and that's going to make matters even worse. The fight continues, and top damage should... It's still Tychus. Yeah, it seems like Thrall is just having a hard time connecting those Chain Lightnings right now. He also didn't go for the level 16 synergy, so that definitely doesn't help him. But they drop Rhaegar right away. Rhaegar is down. Judgment! Nice! That could be a double kill even. They go for Sonya first and drop her. Ragnaros is down, gets wrecked quickly. And the rest of the team is also just on the run. Without a fountain left to heal, this is pretty much a foregone conclusion. The level 20 talent is kicking in. That gives us the big red button, Glyph of Fate, so that Anduin can pull targets out even easier. They didn't even die in the entire game. And here they go. That's going to be the end of the core, slowly but steadily, with a double catapult homing in on it. There's just no doubt who's going to win the game. That's a pretty convincing victory. The boys at least had a bit of fun here. Tyrael now even heading straight into the seal of Anduin. Okay, a little bit more attack speed. And a little bit of Nexus abuse over here. So they're going for the bouncy game. Sonya is still dying, and the blue team is just getting farmed. This is a farming simulator that I'm watching right now. This has nothing to do with Heroes of the Storm anymore. The full-on taunt. Rhaegar is dancing a little bit, and I guess also Jaina is kind of done with it. And she's at least trying to get some damage in. But the core isn't really falling yet. There's more catapults coming in, and they should do the job eventually, but the core is still at 60%. Let's see who takes the damage, though, because I still have high hopes that maybe eventually Thrall is going to be able to do something. But it doesn't really look like it. Catapults are now moving in again. But here comes the rest. Kill against Jaina. Rhaegar down. Garrosh dead. 33 kills to 8. We're going for the 50, baby. We're going for the 50 kills. And, yep. They're just playing ping pong at this point. And I'm like, alright, let the catapults end the game. And that's more or less what we're looking at. Catapults on the mark. 34 kills against 8, and well, here we go. This should actually end it. Gazo is now focusing on the core too. The rest of the team is done. And that should maybe conclude it. Are they taking all of them down? Nah, that's it. That's game. The red team, big victory here in our first ARAM, the Patreon games. Yeah, nicely done. And 34 kills to 8 as the red team locks in a victory. GG.